Everyone, this time pag-aaralan po natin yung panghuling type ng connect section, which is the hyperbola. So you are already oriented by this, or you're already oriented by the term hyperbola in our lesson 1. So ang hyperbola, okay? Ang illustration na binigay ko sa inyo, kapag meron tayong double nap cone, and then meron tayong plane. If a plane cuts the double nap cone vertically, exactly 90 degrees, makakabuo tayo ng hyperbola na opens upward and downward. Pero by definition, when we say hyperbola, is the set of all points in a plane where the difference of whose distances from a fixed point called foci is always constant. So, pag may mga points or point, and you're going to get the difference of that points to the two foci, ang difference po niya is equal sa lahat-lahat ng mga points na yon. So, para mas maintindihan, ito po yung inyong hyperbola na opens to the right and opens to the left. Okay, ito po yung graph ng hyperbola. Ito. Actually, yung hyperbola pwedeng mag-opens upward or mag-opens downward. So, if may mga points dito sa graph, okay, kung kukunin mo ang distance nila papunta sa mga focus or foci, okay, lahat po ng points na yun ay equal po yung difference nila. Okay, kaya tinawag siya na kaya makakabuo ng hyperbola. But these are the parts of the hyperbola. We have the center. Ang center po ay dalawa, pwedeng sa 0, 0 or hindi po siya sa 0, 0. Mamaya explain ko po sa inyo. We have also the vertices, 1. Dalawa yan. We have also the focus or foci kasi dalawa. We have also the co-vertices. Okay, meron din po tayong tinatawag na transverse axis. Tawag po natin rito sa ellipse ay major axis. So dito transverse po ang tawag. Ito po yung line na nag-connect ng dalawang vertices. Ang line naman na nag-connect ng dalawang co-vertices, ang tawag natin doon ay conjugate axis. Ito is transverse axis. We have also the additional feature of the hyperbola, which is the asymptote. Yung asymptote po, ito po yung broken line or parang naka-pink ba ito? Okay? It is a line that draws nearer to the graph but never touches the graph. So, if we're going to extend the graph dito, yung line po ay papalapit ng papalapit sa graph but hindi po siya mag-touch or never talaga siya mag-touch sa graph. Yun po ang asymptote. So, dalawa yan siya sa ascending and descending, left and right. Okay. So, hatiin po natin yung hyperbola gaya na sabi ko. Una is whose center is at 0, 0 at saka yung isa naman is ang center hindi po siya sa 0, 0. In this video, we will focus only on the 0, 0 ang kanyang center. So, again, bibigay ko sa inyo yung ating mga formulas para mas maintindihan po ninyo, para mas madali po niyo sagutan yung mga questions. So, yung kapag ang center at 0, 0, again, may dalawang klase ng parabola. Parabola that opens to the right and left, and parabola opens upward and downward. So, ito yon, yung pagbabasihan niyo. If ang foci ay nasa x-axis, yung parabola niyo opens to the right or to the left. Pag ang foci ay nasa y-axis, ang hyperbola ay nasa opens upward and opens downward. So ito yung equation, x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared is equal to 1, where z is equal to square root of a squared plus b squared and c is greater than a. So ito yung equation pag ang hyperbola opens to the left and to the right. Ito naman yung equation if the hyperbola opens upward or downward. Ang pinagkaiba lang nila is yung positioning ng x at saka y. Dito mauuna si x, dito mauuna si y. Wala pong changes sa value ni a at saka ni b. Dito po, hindi po siya masasabi na a is always greater than b. So, pwedeng maging malaki ang value ng b. Basta mauuna po ang value ni a. Okay, ang pinagkaiba lang is ang x squared at saka y squared. So, follow all the formulas for the vertex, co-vertices, foci, transverse, conjugate, latus rectum, and for the equation of the asymptotes. So, sa transverse, conjugate, and latus rectum, ang kukunin lang natin dyan ay yung kanilang length. Okay. So, to fully understand the formulas, let's apply this one by solving the different or determining the coordinates of the center, foci, vertices, co-vertices, length of the transverse axis, conjugate, latus, rectum, and the equation of the asymptote. And the last one is, kukunin natin yung graph or sketch natin yung graph. So example number 1, y squared over 16 minus x squared over 9 is equal to 1. So by simply looking the equation, nauna si y squared. So, papasok na po sa mind niyo na ang graph ay opens upward and downward. And your a squared is 16, your b squared is 9. So, yan na po. Okay. Solution. So, center nito automatically 0, 0. Kasi since nauna si y squared, so ang equation natin is y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared is equal to 1. So, how about the vertex? So, A stands for the vertex. So, since A squared is 16, so A is equal to 4. The coordinates of the vertices are 0A and 0, negative A. So, 0, 4 and 0, negative 4. For B, B squared is 9. So, B is 3. The coordinates of the co-vertices is positive B0, negative B0. So, the coordinates are 3, 0 and negative 3, 0. We have C square root. To find C equals square root of A squared plus B squared equals 6. Square root of 16 plus 9. Square root of 25 equals to 5. The coordinates of the foci are 0, C and 0, negative C. So 0, 5 and 0, negative 5. Length of the transverse axis 2A. So 2 times 4 is 8. B naman is 2 times 3. Conjugate 2 times 3, which is yung B natin is 3. So 6 units yan siya. Length of the latus rectum, your copy 2, your B squared is 9, and your A is 6. Your A is 4. So supposedly this is 4. Correct lang natin. Correct po natin ha. Okay, para mas maintindihan po ninyo. So this is 4. This is 4. So we will have 9 over 9 halves. 9 halves lang ito. 9 halves. Kasi yung A natin kanina ay 4. So we will have 9 halves. So 9 halves units yung ating latus rectum. How about the asymptote? So your asymptote is denoted by the formula y is equal to positive negative a over b, x is equal to positive negative 4 over 3x. So let's sketch the graph. Yung graph mo ninyo is ganito. Okay? So center nasa gitna 0, 0. We have the vertex 0, 4, 0, negative 4. We have co-vertices 3, 0, negative 3, 0. Your foci is 0, 5, 0, negative 5. Your transverse axis is 8 units. Your conjugate axis is 6 units. And then yung inyong sa asymptote. So again, in graphing, you can graph it manually or you can graph it using a software. So mas madali yung software. So in graphing manually, ilolocate mo lang lahat ng points, ipa-plot mo lahat ng points, and then you can sketch or you can make a parabola here and dito. Okay. Kalimutan yung latus rectum. Ang latus rectum always dumadaan dito sa focus. So meron ding latus rectum dito kanina. So 9 halves yung ating latus rectum. Okay, second example. For the second example, this is not in the standard form. So we will change this one into standard form. Madali lang ito. Transpose negative 300. So magiging positive 300. Divide both sides. The next step is divide both sides by 300. So and then simplify. Ang matitira ay 12 divided by 300. That is x squared over 25 minus 25 divided by 300, that is 12. So y squared over 12 is equal to 1. So by simply looking the graph or the equation, nauna sa x squared. So itong ang graph nitong hyperbola na to ay opens to the left and opens to the right. But your a squared is 25, your b squared is 12. Solution. So since ang center nito ay 0, 0 kasi sa 0, 0 pa tayo. And the equation is x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared. Hindi nag-change ang position ni a squared at ni b squared. To find the value of a, your a squared is 25, so a is 5. So the coordinates of the vertices are a0, negative a0, so 5, 0, and negative 5, 0. For the value of b, your b squared is 12, so b is square root of 12. The coordinates of the co-vertices are 0, positive b, and 0, negative b. So 0 square root of 12 and 0, negative 12. To find the value of c, use the formula square root of a squared plus b squared is equal to 25 plus 12, so square root of 37. So coordinates of the foci are C0 and negative C0. So we will have positive square root of 37, 0. This is negative square root of 37, 0. So transverse, that is 2a. So 2 times 5 is 10 units. Yung 5 kanina is value ni a. Si 2b, the value of b is square root of 12. So 2 square root of 12 units. So we will have, again, length of the latus rectum. This is 2b squared. Your b is 12. Your b squared is 12. Okay. But your a supposedly this is 5. This is not 25. Kindly correct. So 24 over 5 units po yung ating latus rectum. So equation of the asymptotes, we will have positive negative b over a x equals to positive negative square root of, kasi yung b is square root of 12 and a is 5x. So ito na yung equation ng ating asymptotes. So sketch the graph. Ito po yung graph niya. So plot all the points, yun lang, and then connect all the especially on the latus rectum para makabuo kayo ng parabola rito and parabola rito. So hyperbola na. But dito po sa mga points, kailangan niyo pong ilagay yung mga coordinates even for the transverse and the conjugate axis. Even for the asymptote, kailangan. Okay, bago ko makalimutan, yung asymptote po, dumadaan talaga yan siya sa center. Okay, as you can observe. So, yung dalawang asymptotes dumadaan sa center. And write the equations. So, that's it for the different parts given the equation. But on this time, hanapin naman natin yung equation given the following parts. So, number 1, the foci have coordinates of 5, 0 and negative 5, 0. Ito, and meron siyang vertex na 4, 0. Kung titingnan natin, kung 4, 0 yung isang vertex ay negative 4, 0. So, since the coordinates of the foci are 5, 0 and negative 5, 0, the principal axis or axis of symmetry is the x-axis and c is equal to 5. Now, observe the coordinates, 5, 0 and negative 5, 0. Ang may value rito is si x. Okay? And always remember, kung nasaan si foci, nandoon po yung axis of symmetry. Okay, yun po yung pagbabasihan natin kung opens to the left or to the right si hyperbola. So, since may value si x, so ibig sabihin itong foci natin nasa x-axis. So, pag nasa x-axis, means opens to the left or opens to the right po yung inyong hyperbola. One of the vertices has the coordinates of 4, 0. So, thus A is equal to 4. Kasi yung coordinates, yung vertex po natin, is that represents the value of a, which is your ayun nga, the value of a. Then for the value of c, kay c is 5 kasi dito is c is 5, a is 4, so we're going to find the value of b. So we're going to derive the formula c squared minus a squared. So 5 squared minus 4 squared is equal to 25 minus 16, that is square root of 9, then 3. The equation of the hyperbola, is in the form of x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared. Bakit? Kasi doon sa solution letter A kanina, yung ating foci ay nasa x-axis. So sabi ko kanina, opens to the left or to the right. So ito po yung equation. So substitute the value of the a and b. So we will have x squared over 16 minus y squared over 9 is equal to 1. So ito na po yung inyong equation from that given parts. Second example, we will have focus pa rin, dalawang focus. We have the foci 0, 3 and 0, negative 3, and the transverse axis of length 4. The length of the transverse axis is 4. So, solution, since the foci are 0, 3 and 0, negative 3, we have the hyperbola with y-axis as its principal axis of symmetry or axis of symmetry. Kasi yung value natin dito is nasa y 0,3, 0, -3. Ibig sabihin, ang principal axis or yung foci natin ay nasa y-axis. Ibig sabihin po, nakaharap po sa taas or sa baba yung ating hyperbola. So, consequently, the equation is in the form of y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared is equal to 1. Okay, since the length of the transverse axis is 4, we have 2a to find the value of a. So, we will have a is equal to 2. Kasi divide mo both sides by 2 rito, we will have 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, the undirected distance from each of the foci to the center is 3. So, C is equal to 3. So, to find the value of B, substitute the given lang. C squared to the formula C squared minus A squared. So, 3 squared minus 2 squared is, ilan yan? 9 minus 4 is square root of 5. That is your B. So, substitute the value of A and B to the equation y squared over A squared minus x squared over b squared is equal to 1. So, the final equation is y squared over 9 minus x squared over 5 is equal to 1. Okay? That's it for the hyperbola whose center at 0, 0. So, thank you for listening and God bless everyone.